welcome to the weekly review with Sean and Serak. I am Sean Keenan Torres, and of course, I am joined along with
And it's your boy Serak and Mike. How we doing this afternoon?
doing
Happy
pretty
Thursday.
good, man. Doing pretty good. It's been a eventful week,
Yeah.
apparently, but I'm not doing too bad. Um, Everywhere else in the United States is cold, and we are sitting here warm. So there's worse
Yes.
things.
Yeah. It's funny. It's I forgot it even snowed in other places. Like I'm so caught up in stuff in Tampa or in Florida. It's like I just literally forgot. I was watching I was on Instagram and one of the kids I was in high school, he's real cool, but he posted a story and like going back home in Grand Rapids or whatever, and
Hmm.
photo from the plane, and it was like all white, and I was like, "What? It's snowing already?" And then I remember it's December, 9th, so it's like, "Oh yeah, it should be snowing right about now." It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're blessed, man. It was 70 something a day, and I'm definitely not mad at that.
I know it's supposed to be 80 the rest of the week. I'm going swimming. I know that much.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it's gonna be good.
Heated pool,
Before we
man. Heated pool.
before we start, I want to give two quick shout outs. First to my boy Josh. He got engaged last week, and I want to say congratulations. He knows who he is, Josh
Congratulations.
Flores.
Congratulations.
I've talked about him before from the perspective for by Powerhouse in Hillsboro. He GM there, but yeah, once again, congrats to him. And obviously my other announcement, I want to say happy anniversary to my beautiful girlfriend, my love Paige. It's been 4 years today. So after this show, we'll go out and do some things, and yeah, so
Happy
that's
anniversary. Happy
been
anniversary.
yeah. It's weird though. Do you keep Are you supposed to keep track of anniversaries if you're not married yet?
I mean, that is once you start hitting years, yeah, you kind of have to. You kind of have to. I
Am
mean,
I the
you
dummy
got
for
people.
dating?
Yeah, I
Am
mean,
I
you
the
got
dummy
people who
for
get
dating
married
in
after,
December?
after knowing people for like 2 months. So,
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean,
Hey, what's your
once you
name?
hit like a year or two, yeah, you got to track it a little bit. You
Yeah.
got to
Hey,
track it a
my
little
name's Krista. You want to get married? All right, sure. Um, what we got on the little
All
rundown here
right.
today?
So on today's show, we are going to be discussing Josh Duggar, however you want to say his name, has been found guilty.
Guilty.
We're going to of possessing child porn and also not possessing and purchasing it. So I forgot how that goes. And we're going to be discussing Chris Como and what he did to protect his brother, or at least try to protect his brother. We're
Those
also going
bros.
to be we're also going to be discussing Kellogg's hiring frenzy, how it has backfired on them. So yes, and of course we have what the Florida. Stick around for
Hmm.
that. You're going to love it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah. So Josh Duggar. Now if we know who he is. Um, he used to be on that reality show. What was it? 19 kids and counting or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, 19 kids and counting. Obviously, the guy can't keep it in his pants regardless. Um,
that's true.
but possessing child porn, which is always a no-no. You should never do that, especially if you have children. 19 of them at that. A couple molestation charges, which is, you know, that's a nail in the coffin. Clearly, this guy has a problem or loves children. And today, yeah,
Yeah,
he's found guilty, which is no surprise to anyone. But they always say it's always a special place in prison for child molesters, the pedophiles, all those creepy p words you don't want to be associated
associated
with.
with the creepy p words.
Yeah. Now, if you see his mugshot though.
Yeah,
He's
I was actually
grinning. He's
gonna
like cheesing.
I was actually gonna go ahead and bring this up for our guests.
Yeah, pull that up. Pull that up.
Here we go. So
Like if you looked at his mugshot, you thought like he was innocent. Like wow, this guy must have just got off innocent. Let me
this
see.
is Josh Duggar's
Oh yeah.
mugshot. As you can tell,
Oh
he
yeah.
is still smiling. How do you smile in a mugshot when you're facing like 20 something years? I
Uh
don't
huh.
know, but
Oh, he'll
he
do. I
is.
feel like he'll do more than that.
I mean, they caught him with a lot of stuff, with a lot of stuff. So it's possible. I wouldn't doubt it.
Now let me ask you this. Now, you know, there's always a debate. Obviously, me and you, we both know child porn. That's just that's
Yeah, that's
never
low. That's
no.
low. I mean,
Well,
touching a kid is lower,
right.
lower,
That's
but
crossing the line.
even having it and watching it, you're sick.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, you're sick in the head. You're sick. You're a disgusting individual. Plain and simple.
So, right, and I'm glad you brought that up. So, do you think? I mean, I know it's a crime, but the guys, the men and women that do those type of things, clearly there's something off with them. Like, is it? Do you think they should be punished? It's almost like a mental illness, you know? Because it's like like we in society, we all know that's wrong. So if someone to go to against that, knowing what they're risking, and can't almost like a drug, like they can't help it. Like should they? I mean, should they be punished like in
Well,
prison, or should they just like seek help?
well, if you can assign a mental illness to just about anything, honestly,
Right.
if you really try. So I think you still have to face your punishment.
Uh-huh.
You're still in some way either intimidating or
Hmm.
abusing literally the most vulnerable of our society, our kids. You know,
Hmm.
and as a parent, I'm going to protect my kids for every last thing or every last breath I
Right.
have, and that's any parent.
Right.
So you
Right.
tell me you're watching a picture of my kids from when they were 5, 6, 7 years old, and this is
Yeah.
getting you off. I don't care if you have a
That's
mental illness
19.
or not. You need to go to jail. You need to go to jail and never see the light of day again, in my opinion. That's my
Is
personal
there
opinion,
is there
but
like
that's
a
my opinion.
I wonder, is there like a hotline for that? Like, cause I feel like if you're into like child
911.
porn,
I think
I
911
know,
works
but
pretty well.
like if you were into child porn and it was like just something you couldn't help, like is there actually like a helpline for that? Like if you're like addicted to heroin, like there's help. If you are addicted to other drugs, there's help. If you're, you know, there's help, relationship help for it's a help for all types of stuff. Is there help for that, or is that just like so
I,
taboo? It's like no.
I'm sure there's well because these people. I'm not just going to say men because there's some women that do it too, but these people do eventually get
You
out of
people.
jail.
Uh huh.
So and they do look for help because some of them do struggle with it. I mean, I'm sure there's pedophile. Well, I'm not gonna call them pedophile because they read it. People with pedophile tendencies or
Hmm.
thoughts who have never once acted on those thoughts. You know, and
Yeah.
those people probably go to groups saying, like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, all the other ones.
Right.
It's anonymous, but there's a group for you for it to help you out, to
It's
help
a
you get
group
through
for you. There's a subreddit for you. It doesn't matter what it is. There is a subreddit for you. Trust me.
it.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's funny. But all of that kind of like goes out the window though. When like you said, when you see like his mugshot, it's kind of
Yeah,
like I know what I'm doing. I know you don't like it. I know it's wrong, and I don't care. So he should get the book thrown at him. Now, what
pretty
do you do
much.
if you're one of his kids though? Like, it didn't get
Uh,
left like that. Like, you were in just a weird, effed up life after this situation.
you are, and I think he has 5 kids, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Oh,
or
I thought
more
he had
than that.
19 for some reason.
No, no, that's the dad. The dad, Jim Bob, has 19. Um,
Oh, I'm
he
not a
this is the
journalist. I
son.
apologize.
this
Should do
is the
research. No.
son. And John, who also molested, is reportedly molested his sisters as well. A
Hmm.
couple of his sisters. Um, that's who this is. Now he has, I believe, at least 5 kids himself. I'm pretty, it might even be more than that. Might be
Hmm.
9. And his wife Amy was in the court for the whole thing, but she every time they brought up like the images or were about to show the images,
Uh-huh.
she left the courtroom each and every time.
Oh
Um,
yeah, it's too much for her.
yes, it was too much for her. A
So
lot of the
that's
family
so.
did show up to support her though, and him.
If it's so his dad is kind of just as creepy, right?
I don't know. I mean, you have 19 kids.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
actually, I'm
creepy.
sorry. The show was 19 kids and counting. So I mean, they ended up having more kids.
We
I
ain't
think.
done yet.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Because I feel like
Does it make you
that's like,
creepy?
is it hereditary? Can that be passed down?
No. Well, if you come from a big family, you're gonna always want a big family, I think. But
Well,
I don't. There's nothing hereditary about it. It's just you
I
wanting what you know is
I seen this
and getting
girl.
what you have.
Right. Well, I seen this girl. This is actually today. I saw somebody post something. I just kind of like was skimming through Facebook and I saw somebody. She posted like some about how like before you meet someone or marry someone, whatever, or plan to procreate with someone. Why do you even say procreate? Come on now, plan to have kids with someone. Um, that you should know like their family background, like like any certain things as far as like health or mental issues and stuff like that, because it can affect your child. Now, how do you? I mean, that's kind of right,
I,
right? You know what I mean? Like it's.
I see what she's saying, but that's
Mhm.
like trying to be selective. That's trying to evolution to use evolution to get rid of bad things in society
Yeah,
or in your body.
yeah.
And the thing
That's
is,
kind of
how does
that's
that
Hitler
work?
thinking, right?
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, how does that work? On the second date, I need to see your DNA
I
profile
need
so
to
I can
I
check
need
you
to see
out.
your medical
I
record.
mean, I mean, how is that really going to work? I mean, I can understand once you get serious and things are those kind of questions come,
Right.
but at the beginning, who on a date is going to share their medical history? I mean,
Yeah. Or like, well,
eh,
or their families like,
yeah,
okay, well, you can say like, if you had a mom or dad that was an alcoholic and grandpa was alcoholic and his dad was alcoholic, like, it's almost guaranteed that your son or daughter is more susceptible to being alcoholic. So, I mean, I guess
okay,
that would be a concern, but
it's true, and they call it having addictive tendencies. Well,
mhm,
you can go against those tendencies, and I know plenty of people
right.
who have gone against those. Some people who never touched alcohol or a drug in their life. Some people who can touch it and know, hey, this is my level. This is my line. Once I hit that line, I'm
Hmm.
done for the day or done for the week or whatever.
Right.
So you have those people out there who know how to stop themselves.
Right.
Uh,
And it's not like, you'd have to be like, that's such an easy thing to would even ask someone else, right? Especially if like you already like the person enough to where you're talking to them, obviously. But to be like, okay, well, I don't know if I would have kids with this person because, their grandma or their mom, has this or that. It's like for you to say that, your family better be freaking LeBron James jeans and mixed with Elon
yeah,
Musk. Like you can't.
is
Like you're at a
exactly.
grocery store, like you were just as
Yeah.
guilty blaming someone else.
I mean, and this is everyday society. Everyday society is not going to sit there and go through your entire medical history just to see,
Yeah.
do I love? That's a weird question. I mean, do you love this person or do you love what their body brings to the table? I mean, that's kind of where you're at there. I
Like
mean, granted,
listen,
people say love fades, but at the same time, you got to have something going in. I mean,
yeah. So it has
you
to be
got to have
some form
something.
of attraction. Like you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I
this
don't
is
know.
say,
Maybe
oh,
some people are attracted to intelligence. Like maybe you go on a couple of dates and you give them like a quick little IQ test. You just slide it over to them. It's like, all right, you got 10 minutes to complete this. Hand it in when you're done. I mean, okay, I know that's kind of shallow, but I intelligence to me, I value intelligence, right? You don't have to be no model. You don't have to be. I mean, I care about health too. Don't get me wrong. Like, you don't have.
yeah,
I mean, you can be perfect eating vegetables all the time, but I always put like intelligence first, just because it's you can do so much more with it. At the
yeah.
end
You
of
have
the
to
day,
be
I
able to
guess.
talk with a person. Just have a deep
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
And when you don't have that, it's yeah, you find yourself lacking in
Yep.
relationships.
Hmm.
There's a spot that's missing. So yeah, you have to have it. But I just don't see, here's date number three. Here's my medical history being a thing.
You made it to the next round. It's like a turn. It's like a bracket. Okay,
Yeah,
girl A, dumb as rocks, but she's gorgeous. Girl B, really smart, but she's blind in her left eye. That's not good. you know.
so how much
Oh
how
man.
much time do you think this Josh Duggar should get?
I would say, let's see, kids are any type of crime that involves children. It's in multiples of like 20. So 20 for each kid, probably. So he'll probably get like probably
I
life
don't think
with
he's get.
parole. You don't think he's
No,
gonna
he's
get
not.
life?
No, because his guilty charges are uh receipt and possession of child pornography. Those are his two guilty charges. So I don't know.
Where do you even get child porn? Like, from who? Like, is there a website or something that people just don't, on the dark web, or you got to order this stuff?
It's all the dark web, man. That's the thing. It's all the dark web. you
How did they even
and
find out?
oh, I, I don't.
Apple,
That's
Alexa,
the
listen to
thing.
your
How do
fucking
you
conversation.
find someone who is shares that kind of commonality with you? I mean, you're really like, hey man, how you doing? Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hey, do you like watching kids? Kinda. Cool. Here's my number. I mean, how does that go?
I mean, I think you hang out at the Chuck E. Cheese for like a month straight, and you just kind of just people watching. If you and you see the same guy like 5 times, okay, well, I think I know why he's here. Hey Jim, how you doing? Kids are looking great, aren't they? Like, yeah, they are. I know somebody that has the hookup on but I don't know. I
I
think he'll
think
do
10 to 15 is
40
what I'm
years.
thinking.
You said 15?
40. I'm thinking 10 to 15. 10 to
10 to
15
15.
years. Because think about a couple years ago, not even a couple years ago, I was actually living in this house and we covered the story. The subway guy,
Jared.
Jared, yeah, he got
Mhm.
12 years, I believe, 12 to
That's
13
it.
years. So, yeah.
That's it.
So, I mean, and Jared had a lot more going on than this kid. Well, as far as we know, he had a lot more going on, allegedly. So,
Yeah, people think he lost all that weight eating sandwiches. He just being his meat and lost all that weight. Probably got one strong arm. I'm like, damn, Jared, why you only lifted one arm? Long story. Um, yeah, he that was
think
a
about
big
all
moment.
those, think about celebrities that invited Jared into his house, into their house.
Yeah, Jared, guess
Oof.
what we got? Sandwich. Guess
Oof.
from where? Well, I can think of another sandwich shop besides. So, wait.
like
All right.
like with the Duggars, people kind of kept them at arm's length. I mean, you didn't really see a whole lot of celebrities hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Well, but because I mean, 19 kids in county is kind of weird at the end of the day. I mean, it's kind of weird. I can
Yeah. I
see,
mean,
oh, I want a big family.
that's
I want
like
to have
that's a
five
small
kids.
community.
Yeah, I say, 5 kids. That's a big family. You hit
Even 5
10,
kids.
you got a football team. But you talking about 19 and counting? Maybe
Yeah.
this is
I
what
mean,
happens if you keep
I
going for too
I
many
guess the hope
kids.
is like one of them is like a lawyer and judge, and like you just end up being tried by them. Like, listen, I'm daddy. What do you think I made you guys for? Listen, not guilty, free to go. Um, all right,
Yeah.
what's next? What's the other one?
So let's move on. Let's move on. We'll give you the update on how much time this guy gets. So moving on, we're going to talk about Chris Cuomo, and Andrew Cuomo. So the story, let's get it. The story is that Chris Cuomo was fired by CNN. When I
He fired.
researched the story, he was on indefinite suspension, but he has since been fired by CNN
Mm-hmm.
for uh, not protecting his
For
brother, but
reporting the
for using
news.
his position to obtain information and question sources regarding the sexual
He
harassment
fired for that?
allegations against his brother. Well, when you use your position and the power of your position to do so, and CNN's just supposed to be
But isn't that some
the
of the
liberal
perks?
company.
Like, if
Well,
I had a brother and he was like a governor or president, I'm not doing shit. Are you kidding me? I'm about to get away with so much stuff. Man, I would. I know that sounds messed up, and I know you would be like, oh well, you got to be a good person. No, your brother is the governor. All my tickets are gone. Number one, erase any tickets I've ever gotten in my entire life. Step number two, I'm invited to every event. Step number three, I'm not paying for nothing. No taxes, no state taxes, no community taxes, no taxes, no taxes. Pretty much, yeah. But it's your brother, man. I mean, what your mom? What
well,
would your
see,
mom say?
that yeah, is that well? I know. What would your mom say? I mean, do you put everything on the line to protect your brother, or do
Yes,
you protect him up
he
to
can
a
always get
point?
he can
Is
always
is
get a new
is
job.
there? Well, okay, but here's a question then. Isn't Let's take it a step further, not just a harassment scandal and all that. What's the line for you protecting one of your siblings? I know you have a sister. So what can she do where you would not protect her?
That's tough. Um,
Okay,
Man.
okay. Let's run the gamut a little bit. Embezzlement.
Oh
She
yeah, I
stole
definitely
some
protect
money
her.
from the bank she works at for whatever reason.
As long as no one is like physically being hurt. I mean, I don't know, man. Family's family. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, right?
It's
Uh,
if my sister kills someone and she told me, I wouldn't say anything. I
Yeah,
would
you're
listen.
like, okay, so what
You
we
get the hell
doing?
out of Dodge.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
wouldn't
what.
say anything.
See,
Now my
that's the
sister killed my
question.
other sister, then it's like, all right, I think I gotta say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Like I can't. This is not gonna sit well. I mean,
But
because
see,
family's
and
all you
that,
got.
yeah, and at the end of the day, that's who you have. At the end of the day, when everyone is, pissed off at you for this, that, and the other,
Uh-huh.
you're in my case, my brother and my sister, in your case, your sisters, they're still gonna come through at the end. I mean, they may be late doing so, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm here for you. What you need? What do you really, really need? You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, 100%.
So I
Especially
mean,
like if with the Cuomo situation, it's like I mean I know one's a governor, one's the was a CNN host, but you put your family I think above your. Do you put your family above your career? Yeah, right. And I mean when I say but remember this is like immediate family, sibling, mom, dad, not like you, your wife, and children. Do you put your family first? That's a no.
yeah,
Sean, no,
yeah.
that's a no. Sean was like,
No,
man, hold on, man. I'm pretty sure he owed me some money. I don't know.
no. It's yeah. That's the thing. There's when I was researching the story, I put a lot of thought into what my sister or brother could do, where I wouldn't try to hide them, send them some
Uh-huh.
money. Even
Oh, you just as guilty
uh,
then. Y'all both gonna be in jail.
probably
It's gonna be
so,
a family reunion
It's
at the state
probably
penitentiary.
so. Because that's my sister, that's my brother. I
Yeah.
only got one of each.
You would die. Listen, if you would die for your family or family members, well, immediate family members, because I got some cousins that, far
Yeah, there's
too
some
bad,
cousins
too
out
bad,
there.
too
You
sad
like,
type deal.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, if you would, if you could talk to someone and honestly say, yeah, I die for my brother or sister. I don't care what the situation is. Yeah, I'd sacrifice myself for them. Then everything under that is, you're already in it. You know, that kind of answers the rest of those.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
look
let's
deep
talk.
thought right now.
No. I'm not deep thought. I want to get more information about what's going on with Chris Como, so we can see the
Oh,
backlash
you right
he's
here?
going through.
What if I just pull him over right here? Like, oh, he right here. Say what's up,
Yeah.
Chris.
So far for Chris Kumo, CNN is not going to pay severance pay to him. CNN,
They
uh,
can do that.
yeah,
Is that not? Is
uh,
that in your contract? If you get fired, I thought that was
I,
like.
I thought it was. The publishing deal he had from HarperCollins has been canceled, so that's millions and millions of dollars
Oh
gone right
man,
there. Um,
I
the
hate when that happens.
CNN president Jeff Zucker said the network won't pay Kumo a severance, according to people familiar with the matter. Mr. Zucker also said he wished Chris Kumo had taken a leave of absence in May when allegations that he participated in strategy sessions with his
Mhm.
brother first surfaced. So, and the other caveat to it is, it was also reported that Jake Tapper, another lead CNN
Uh
anchor,
huh.
also was very unhappy that Chris Como was still able to still be on the air in his time
Well, his
slot
brother.
while going through these
Oh,
investigations
that dude.
and these
He's just a hater.
allegations.
That's what it is. He's just trying to take his spot.
Well, according to that same source, and this is all published by the Wall Street Journal and other news outlets. According to these sources, uh, he a lot of the anchors at CNN were no longer happy with Chris Como. They all saw it as he's getting
It's
pretty
like
much a special treatment.
do you ever see the Chappelle show?
Allegedly.
You see the Chappelle show, the I think the first season. It was the one of the skits was the Mad Real World, where it was it's like five straight ghetto like cast members, and it was like one white guy who was like straight from Iowa, and it kind of reminds me, you were saying how like his not, excuse me, not the cast members, but the people he worked with didn't want him there. One of
Mm-hmm.
the a part of the skit was basically the whole episode was them just beating up on the one cast member, and at the end they had a meeting, and they all was telling him like, "Listen, Chad, we don't feel safe with you around." and Chad is the one getting his ass whooped like every other day. So that's what this kind of reminds me of. Like Kumo was like, "Listen, Kumo, we decided that we don't feel safe with you working here." Oh
We
man,
know
you got to
you're
check
only
it out.
protecting your brother, but we don't want
Yeah,
to go down with you. So
yeah.
yeah.
But that's like that's so messed up, right? I mean, it's like it goes to show like the people you work with, as great as some of them are, I mean, they need to stab you in the back in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
someone goes south with you, they don't associate with you. They don't talk about you. Like his sponsorship or whatever it was with the book
His
deal.
book deal. Yeah.
Yeah, like something bad happens, and all of a sudden, oh, we dropped it. It's like that's just like it's such a wussy way to feel like you to not associate with someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I
like you
agree
let
with
one
I agree
thing like destroy their entire history, their
yeah.
character, their entire life. So
And this is someone that you have literally worked with for years. And at the end of the day, all he's doing is protecting, his
yeah,
sibling.
yeah. And
So
why say
to
something? Why say something now when he's been there forever?
yeah, he's been there forever. They're close. They're obviously close. During the whole COVID thing, he was in his basement. It was reported that he went and had drinks with his mom or something during the whole
Uh-huh.
COVID shutdown thing. You know how he feels about his brother. So
Yeah, bros before
don't act
hoes.
surprised. Don't act surprised. Don't act high and mighty because when your sibling is in that same situation, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
What I
disown
mean,
him.
this guy
Yeah.
has
Oh
lost
no, that's not my brother.
millions of dollars to help his brother. I mean, that's not, anything to shoot. Granted, he is a millionaire, but
Hmm.
money's money, and even billionaires want more money. So
Don't be surprised if they like start their own little show. Him and his brother.
I
They're
wouldn't
twins,
be
right? They look
surprised.
exactly alike.
Andrew's the oldest, but
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised that at all. At all. I'm waiting to hear that. But it'll have to be after the whole allegation, the not the lawsuit, but the criminal charges go through the motions. But I
Right.
have a feeling I see a podcast coming from
Yeah.
these two. I mean, these are two. I
Yeah.
mean,
So
they're
we got
powerhouses in
fired.
New York,
Yeah.
pretty much. Pretty. Me
We
too.
got
Got me
fired.
too.
Yeah. We started making more money since we got fired. Fuck New York. Yeah, CNN. Oh man.
It's but at the end of the day, it comes down to what would you do to protect the people you love, and that's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and he showed there's not a line. Basically, he said for him there's not a line, and
I've been
you hate him
fired.
or
I've been
love him,
fired.
he has his principles.
I've been fired without my family being involved. Serak, you're a minute late. That's the third time this year. We're gonna have to let you go. It's like, well, I don't like this place anyway. To be
Yeah,
honest, thank you
no,
for firing me. Thank you.
yeah,
Hopefully you guys.
that is true. The jobs that you hate, you're always like super like okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get there,
You
whatever.
firing me? That's how you gotta look.
Yeah,
You're firing me?
I know it's like
Wait, you guys are
oh
joking,
damn.
right? You're firing me? Oh my god, I'm
So
so happy.
I got the day off. Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
hey man, you guys still going to the bar tonight? All right, I'm coming too. Yeah. I got it off. Yeah.
I
I mean, they
remember
fired me, but I got it
I remember one time this is when I worked for CRG down here in Tampa, and they were really at the time. I don't know if they still are, but they were really strict on like being on time, which 90% of most jobs are. Um,
Yeah.
but like if you're like it depends on what the time you clocked in. If you were even like 30 seconds past time, like it's considered like even literally nobody can be inside the restaurant, but you're still late somehow. Um,
What?
but I remember I got suspended for a week because I was late, and it just worked out perfectly because my buddy just happened to be visiting in town the same weekend, like the same week I get suspended,
Yeah.
and we had the
Yep.
best week ever. Oh my
Yeah.
god, what a great suspension!
I, I I give you one of my army stories here. So I had to pull gate guard. You know, it wasn't normally a duty that you have to pull, but sometimes you just get pulled for that slot.
Uh
This
huh.
is how it happens.
Uh huh.
It's a duty.
Is that
So
like
I
at
had to
McDill when they just stand at the front gate?
well, sorta. Before that used to be done out by civilians, and so
Okay.
the us we would actually have to be the ones to sign like people in.
Okay.
Um, but the civilians would let everybody else in. So that's kind of like how it was. And so I got slotted for that duty because of you get rank and stuff. You got to pull that duty. Um, well, a buddy of mine was coming in from deployment,
Uh huh.
and and I already asked that I already had already told my commanding officer. I said I needed to have this time off, but he's coming in. I can work the next day, but just not that night. I
Uh
was
huh.
like, look, you already know what's gonna happen. You guys are all military, so you know how this goes. And they like, he's like, okay, sure, no problem. And then the schedule comes out, and no,
What is this?
I was off the schedule, and then the day before they put me on the schedule, and they're like, well, we had to put you
Oh
on there because we're shorthanded. I'm like, no, 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 no. No,
no, no, no! You
you let
guys
the
are
other
shorthanded.
guy, yeah, you let this guy off because supposedly one of his relatives is sick, but he's off all the time. I'm always here, and I requested off. Okay, well, let's see how this goes then. But he comes
I would
in,
go up.
we get just through. I
Slipping.
mean, just done. We're going. And I tell him, I said, I got to stop drinking by 4 a.m. so I can be sober enough to go to work at 6 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. That's the old days where you like that's how you think. You know what I mean? Like, oh, all I need is 30 minutes of a nap, and I'll stop drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine.
Pretty
Fast forward
much,
five
pretty much.
o'clock, you're like, I think I'm about to be dishonorably discharged. What happened? You're not
Uh,
following order. I fucked up.
so I mean, we ended up stopped drinking around 4:30, almost
She might
5.
have just kept going. Just keep going. Just don't stop. Don't stop.
I did not drive to work. I was not that stupid. I did not drive to work. Uh I rode with somebody. I get there. They're like, "Oh, okay, you're here." There's no way they couldn't smell the alcohol. I smell the alcohol. I mean, I'm the one that's drunk.
Physically, I'm here.
Yeah.
Mentally,
Physically, I was
I already
there.
know where we at.
I was there on time. Physically, so I was good. So they take me to my gate, and thankfully it was like one of the far off gates. So normally there's not a whole lot of traffic.
Just take a nap.
That's what I did. I got to the guys. I was like, "All right, guys, I'm here. If you need me to sign someone in, just let me know. I'll be back here. I'll be back here sleeping." I pulled
Yeah,
the chair right back to the next to the back door. I was out. Gone. This is gone.
that's one of those where like you say a prayer. You like, please God, out of all the days, please do not let today be the day somebody attacks us. Just let me just rest
Pretty
for a
much.
little bit. How did they get in?
Pretty
They
much.
just walked in the gate. I don't know what Sean was doing. He was sleeping.
Man, I
Just
was
wake up to
out.
explosions.
I was out.
Oh man. Those are the best nights. You know, it's funny. Those are always the best nights. The ones where
Oh yeah,
you
it was a great night.
have the most stuff to do the next day. And you're just like, you know what? I'm about to live this up just off my memory.
YOLO was a model before it was even a thing.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
listen.
saying.
Those are the real warriors. The ones that could, you know, be out all night and have the most important day of their life in the morning.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I showed up to a promotion slightly intoxicated before. So yeah, yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah. It
Just been like,
happens.
I had a feeling this was coming, so we kind of pre-celebrated. you know. So I'm
Pretty
gonna have
much,
to do
pretty
it
much.
today. All right, we got
All
one more
right,
story.
let's yeah, let's move on. So Chris Como, can't wait to listen to your podcast. I know it's coming, so
Oh, it's
can't
definitely
wait,
coming.
can't wait, can't wait. So moving on, our final story before we get into what Florida is the story of Kellogg's firing frenzy backfiring. I think you have more of this story.
Yeah. So, well, first thing first. So Kellogg's is a cereal brand, in case y'all don't know, based out of Battle Creek, Michigan, which is like 30 minutes from where I live. Not even. Well, not from where I live, but my home, like 25 minutes. I didn't even know that. I lived there. I didn't even know that.
It's like right there.
Um,
You didn't smell the cereal coming across the town.
no. I mean, I think I ate a lot of it. No wonder the stores always have. Not to think about it, they did have an abundant amount of Kellogg's for some reason.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but most of you know I mean, I'm sure they do cereal. I'm sure they do other stuff as well. We've all had Kellogg's at one point of our time, and you know, over the past couple of years, we always hear stories about how Amazon workers are being treated unfairly. Oh, they get worked to death. Oh, conditions are terrible in the warehouse, which is true. But Kellogg's apparently is saying home of beer pretty much in or shit out of there. I've seen a post that they work like 7 days a week, barely get any time off or any vacation days or something like that. So they went on strike, 1400, right around 1400, not exactly. Went on strike back in September, I believe, and now there's actually a subreddit, which is basically
Have a
like
subreddit now. Oh, of course.
yeah. If you guys, I'm sure most of you know what Reddit is.
Yeah. There's a
It's
subreddit for everything.
our anti-work, basically are flooding the Kellogg's application servers with bogus applications, just to help out the workers that are actually going on strike. So
So
yeah,
let me
that's
get this straight. So they're filling basically. I mean, there's not a box anymore, but they basically filling up Kellogg's servers with bogus applications. So that
right.
now HR has to go
Because
through
Kellogg's is
hundreds.
not. So for the people that are on strike, they're kind of just like, oh, we don't care.
Was
We'll
it
just hire
one
more
day
people.
they're the union people, right?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, Kellogg. 1,400 people. I would assume so. So yeah, so Kellogg is just like, you know what? We got cereal to make. We don't care if y'all want to work or not. We're about to hire a whole bunch of people. So they're posting ads like, hey, come work for us. You know, we pay you this much benefits. But all the applications are just nonsense from people from all over on Reddit that's just sending in applications that are not even filled out. Imagine working
All
at human
right.
resources for Kellogg right now. You probably like, who is Joe Schmo? Apparently, on application. Oh,
Oh my God. Well, okay, let's do this then. So, to our listeners who are on Facebook, thank you for listening and watching.
yeah,
So,
thank you.
we're gonna try and incorporate. This is a test and incorporate you guys more into the show. So, I'm gonna pose this. We're gonna pose this question to you guys. What should Kellogg's do regarding their workers? Should they hire more workers, or should they give in to the strike demands? What do you guys think? We want to
I
hear
think you
from
should
you.
give it
Let us know in the
strike
comments,
demands.
and I'll read a couple of them in just a few moments. But
Go ahead.
oh yeah. So I will say this from one of the comments, because one of the people watching is a fellow brother in arms of mine, and yeah, we would drink all weekend. Then Monday morning, you could smell the alcohol. I mean, like literally from the time we got off Friday until Sunday morning around midnight,
Mm-hmm.
drunk, straight drunk. Then we show up Monday morning, drinking the alcohol, and we got to do PT, which means we got to run drunk. It is not a
That's
fun
the
thing
best
to
way to
do.
run. That's the best way to run. Like, wow, how's he not tired? Why is he rolling all over the place? You know, but the thing is, you just drink as much as you can to where you always get off the alcohol smell, and eventually they just think that's your bo. Like, oh, he just his natural odor is alcohol. Like, he's not drunk. I don't think. Like, puke every time you run. You know, it just happens.
But I tell you, the Kellogg's thing though, that's just. I mean, it's a business. I know they got to have a business to run, but at the same time, the reason why
Right.
we have unions is because these corporations abuse the workers. I mean, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's what they do. They abuse the workers.
Make that
They
cereal.
underpay you. They overwork you and underpay you, which is
Yep.
why we have a union.
And if you complain, they
So
fire you.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they would do.
Can I just get a break? What? Somebody said the B word. The B word. Do you ask for a break? You're fired. Get out of here. Get out. Bye.
That's exactly what they would do. So
You guys just stealing
I,
cereal flakes. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I need a break. Just eat little Kellogg's.
now I don't know the specifics of what the strike of what they're striking for. Maybe you do. I don't know, but I do know this: you don't put your job on the line when you for nothing. You don't
Yeah.
just say, okay, I'm gonna strike because everything's fair and everything's going well. You strike because something is wrong and and you're getting crapped on for it. I mean,
They
that's
were saying that they're working like 12 to 16-hour days to meet the increased demand of the cereal market. I don't really I didn't eat cereal so long. Like I didn't know that it was such a demand for cereal. Is it? I mean, for children, I guess. I don't know. I don't know many adults that are like just gun ho on the cereal in the morning.
there's one. Yeah, I eat cereal. It's like a. It was funny. Here, let me tell you when I eat cereal. I eat
Hmm.
cereal after I smoke. You get the munchies a little bit. So
I can see that.
I'll eat cereal then because I'm not. I don't want to eat a whole bunch of chips or a bunch of junk food or any of that stuff. So
Hmm.
I eat a. It's kind of funny. I actually eat healthy cereal. It's called Basic Four. It's got freaking grain and it's a healthy cereal.
Okay.
Anyway, that's my munchy snack, so to speak. If it's not fruits, it's that. So
Are you
I can see
let me ask you this. Do you pour the milk first or you pour the cereal first?
it's cereal first, man. It's cereal.
Yeah.
My
Do you I
cereal
didn't even
is basically cereal soup, essentially.
who pours the milk first? I've never met someone who I like hear about it. I've never met someone who's like, yeah, I pour the milk first, then the cereal. Like, I don't even check to see if we have milk before I pour the
I know.
cereal. I'm that confident.
There has been plenty of times over my life growing up and in my adult life where I've poured a bowl of cereal, open the fridge and go, oh crap, there's no milk.
Yeah, you know what?
Or this is the worst one. This is the worst one. You pour the cereal, you get the milk out, okay. You pour the milk and it's like that much milk
A
in there.
little
It's like,
bit. Yeah,
oh, come on.
that's why I switched to the plastic cartons because you can see through them versus the box ones. You don't know what you're about to get. I don't understand why. Why don't they just milk and cereal come together as like a combo? Like you go to the store, it's already like attached together. So then and it's just the right amount of milk for the right amount of cereal in the cereal box instead of just
Yeah.
guessing all the time. The worst thing
Uh,
is a little bit of milk, a lot of cereal. The top of your mouth is getting cut the hell up because of
I know.
'cause
These
carbs
bran
and bread.
flakes, they're all tough now. They don't get
Yeah.
soggy anymore. So they cut.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. So I'm just an egg and oatmeal guy at this point.
Yeah, that's mainly what I eat too.
Uh,
Or a quick protein bar. Can't go wrong with a protein bar.
so for instance, like, all these people are on strike, and from our point of view, first thing I think of, which is, I assume other people think of it too, is okay. Well, why don't you guys just quit? I think it's not that simple. I think at one point in time they've probably worked it for a very long time, and
10,
things were
15, I'm sure
good.
20 years.
Yeah, yeah, things were good. They were making great money, great benefits, great hours, and then like over I don't know, a course of maybe a year or a couple of months, like things just kind of went really south, and that's why they're on strike.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and COVID did that. I mean, and I can see an influx of people because you're staying home more. It means you got
Yeah,
to feed your kids more, and
yeah, you
so
can't just quit.
cereal. I can see there being a hike in cereal demand because there was a hike in demand for paper towels and toilet paper too. So I
That's
can see
true.
there being a higher demand for cereal. Kellogg
Well,
made more money from this. So why not pay your workers more for this? And your workers are working 12 to 16-hour days. They're not saying don't hire more people. Apparently, it sounds like they're saying, let's not work 12, 16-hour days. Let's split these up. So hire more people to work another
yeah,
shift. so we can go home and spend time with our families. I'm not seeing the downfall. That I'm not seeing the bad part for what they're striking for. I'm not seeing.
Right.
I'm From what you said and from what I've gathered before, it just seems like a fair practice. Personally,
Yeah. And
it sounds like because inflation right now is what everyone else is asking for. Inflation, I mean, people are broke right now. I mean,
broke
everything's
broke.
becoming more, yeah, broke. I mean, and
But the rich are
things are
like
more
rich
expensive. I
rich.
mean, I had a house. I mean, you know how much I bought my house for
Uh-huh.
last year. There's a house across the street from me with no pool, doesn't have some of my amenities. So for
Uh-huh.
almost double what I paid for my house just last year,
Recently?
just sold, just sold. So that's what I'm saying. Things are expensive now. And it doesn't sound like they're asking for even a whole lot more money. It just sounds like they're asking for fair practice, for to spend time with their people. Kellogg,
It's
it
tough,
it
man.
sounds like this is going to be a backfire on Kellogg big time because the more and more of this gets out,
What's the other
I don't
big
want it.
cereal brand?
General Mills. I was wondering if
General
you're going to ask that. General
Mills.
Mills is the other one. Is the other one?
Mm. And they have like Raisin Bran, right? That's their
Yeah, they
go-to.
have Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran.
What's their other big one? Uh, Not Frosted Flakes. They have a big one.
Wheaties? Is it
Cheerios.
Wheaties?
Cheerios. Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Uh,
Cheerios. I
yeah.
love me some Cheerios.
Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey. What is it? Honey coated
Honey
Cheerios or
Nut.
whatever.
Honey Nut
Honey
Cheerios.
Nut Cheerios. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
Just the beef flying around.
another comment from one of our people watching the show.
I'm glad you were watching the comments. All I see is us.
No, that's good. That's good. Hey, we got to work the system out. We want to make sure that our listeners are more involved with the show. So we're gonna make sure that happens. But this is another comment from one of the other listeners, uh, coming from Maximino Ramos. I think leadership should work with the employees. Then they will see the hard work and appreciation that others give to their business. Which that's essentially
Yeah,
what I was saying.
of
You work
course.
with them. Right now, I don't want to buy Kellogg cereal, not because I don't like Kellogg's, but because it sounds like you're being unfair to your workers. I'll buy
Yeah.
Cheerios first now, and the more this story builds, this has just been since September. Things take time. Wait till and this is starting to hit like the nightly comedy shows and all that stuff. The bigger this story gets, the less money Kellogg would make. I guarantee you.
I know. You know what's kind of scary though? Sometimes I feel like they just be like, you know what? Forget all those people. We're just gonna automate everything, and we're gonna have kind of like how Amazon does in the warehouse. We're just gonna have the machines do the work, and then nobody is gonna make any money. So it's kind of sad though. Like, cause can you imagine like working there for like 30 years, and then over the course of 6 months to a year, it's just like everything just falls apart. It's there has to be some type of loyalty from the company to the employees and vice versa. I mean, if people are willing to go on strike, that means that they still respect the job and they still
Yes.
enjoy working there. They just want to renegotiate the terms or, want some changes.
Yeah, people quit when they're tired of the job. People go
Yeah,
on strike when they want to work things out.
exactly.
Uh,
And try to get them discounts on them cereals too.
yeah, I know.
Can you imagine their cabinets probably just filled with just Kellogg stuff? So,
Especially now, they're like, all right, we're
what you
going on
want
strike in
raisinberry? You want
2 days.
cranberry? What you want? Honey nut? You want this? You want this? You want this? I got syrup for days, baby.
Shoot, when they find out they're going on strike, they're like, all right, we're going on strike in 2 days. All right, everyone take it home as much cereal as you can because you're gonna be broke. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
I remember like
uh,
when I quit when I was doing mortgages when I was a loan originator, and I know I was gonna quit. I kind of had like a date in mind or maybe a month in mind. And you always know when somebody because someone's about to quit because I was like I was taking care of all my benefits, getting the health
ah,
checkups, getting the
yep.
dental checkups, getting the vision checkups. So I still got it.
Guys, nobody uses Cobra. Nobody's trying to pay Cobra prices.
Yeah. Can you imagine like your insurance calling you? It's like, hey man, we noticed you've been doing a lot of dental work. You about to quit? You need to let us know.
Yeah.
That might affect your policy. Uh,
All
oh
right, all
man.
right. So we make sure that you make it to your dinner reservation. Let's go ahead and get
Oh yeah.
into what the Florida. Uh, Go ahead and get into
Uh,
what the Florida.
uh, uh.
All right. Most of our listeners know how what Florida works, but for those of you who don't, I'm going to read three different stories. He's going to tell me if it happened in North, Middle, or South Florida. Um, I'm going to tell him most likely that he's wrong, and then we're going to move on from there.
All right. All right.
All right. First story. Florida woman arrested after selling her neighbor's pickup truck for 300 for selling her neighbor's vehicles for $300.
What? That's crazy. The
Yeah,
person that bought it wasn't like, wait, are you sure $300? Is there a dead body in the trunk? If somebody
that would have
sells you a
been
car for 300, it's a dead body in the trunk.
that would have been the question. That would have been the question. That would have been the question to me. But especially as new as it was.
Also,
But
who is searching online and typing in like the price range from like $100 to $500 for a car? Like, there's a minimum price range. You willing to go that low? Damn,
no, right? Like
car.
you think you sure it's gonna make it across town? And not just make it just across town, but
Unless you like searching for bikes. And like, oh, wait a minute. Why is there a car on the bike page? Let me hit this person up.
Here's the story. Rosalie Baker, 55, allegedly tried to sell her neighbor's 2001 BMW and a 2000 Ford F-150 to a scrapyard, according to an affidavit from the police department. Baker allegedly took the car and truck and contacted a buyer from this recycling company. She pretended to be the owner to sell the vehicles for scrap. Baker was arrested on Thanksgiving. Oh, that's a bad day to be arrested. That's a bad day to be arrested.
You know, whoever arrested you does not want to be working Thanksgiving, so they definitely take you to jail.
That's a bad day to be arrested. Oh my God.
Can't believe they got me working on Thanksgiving.
According to the police, Baker and a representative from the business completed a bill of sale, a derelict motor vehicle form, and a request to cancel a title for the BMW. She did the same for a silver Ford F-150. That's got to raise a lot of red flags. You come in with two.
I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could do that.
You can scrap your vehicle, but you come in with two vehicles, and all you want is $300. That's red flags all day for me, buddy. I'm just saying. Yeah. Baker gave her Florida ID number and a thumbprint on the canceled title form, then got $300 for each car. The car and truck were then towed to a salvage yard where they were listed as stolen while in the yard possession. The affidavit states, due to the salvage yard's location, the sheriff's office was notified of the stolen vehicles. A latent fingerprint confirmed by a print examiner, according to police and the owners of the BMW and the F-150, attend to press charges. Baker was arrested on 6 charges. She faces 2 counts of felony dealing in stolen property, 2 counts of felony false verification of ownership, and 2 counts of felony grand theft of a motor vehicle. Wow. She is on bond for $130,000.
All right. I think I know what that's about.
Second story. Florida woman surprise lap dances cost $48,000.
Wait, a lap dance costs $48,000?
Yeah, it cost her $48,000.
What's giving you a lap dance? A T-Rex?
Here's the story.
$48,000. One person sells a car for $300. Another one pays $48K for a lap dance.
A Florida woman was arrested Sunday after police say she walked into a county home and undressed herself before hugging and sitting on multiple people, including several who were 65 years or older. Police say 35-year-old Heather Cruz of the city walked into this county home through a side door. Once inside, Cruz removed her clothing and exposed her genitalia before she grabbed and hugged the homeowner, according to police. When Cruz was told to stop, documents say she sat on the lap of two other residents while naked, saying, "You like it?" to one of the victims.
One of the victims. Oh man!
Police say two of the homes.
Throw that B word around.
You like it? You like it? You like it? Police say 2 of the home's occupants then attempted to remove Cruz and escort her to the front door. At that time, still nude, Cruz reportedly grabbed the testicles of another individual and made several sexual remarks. When police arrived, Cruz was ordered to put on a shirt, but is accused of resisting officers. Cruz was then handcuffed and placed in the rear of a patrol car. When officers attempted to close the door, they say Cruz kicked an officer in the chest.
Hmm.
Cruz was transported to the detention facility and held on a $48,000 bond.
All right.
Her, that's why her lap dance cost $48,000.
That's crazy.
Last story. Florida couple decides to create sex tape, records girlfriend giving him oral sex in the back of a police car, puts it on, guess where? OnlyFans.
Oh my god. I feel like I heard about something like that. Can't remember though.
Yeah, here's the story.
OnlyFans. Really? Is that thirsting for content right there? Or are you willing to do the dirty in the back of a police car? Like it's not even worth it.
Here's the story of the couple. A Florida couple was charged for having oral sex in the back of a police car last week. Florida Highway Patrol troopers stopped Jordan Noah, 24, for allegedly driving his black BMW on a suspended license. They offered to give him and his passenger, Summer Joy Watkins, 24, a ride to a gas station since the car was being towed. After they were put in the back of the squad car, she said, baby, we should record an OnlyFans video back here.
So they weren't like arrested. They were just
Oh, wait. According to the warrant obtained by the smoking gun, Watkins then allegedly asked the cop, what if I suck his dick back here? I told her that she could not do that. Trooper JD Perez Morales wrote in the arrest report, but she later asked again, according to the New York Post.
That would tase the shit out of both of you.
I know, right? After again saying no, the officer left them alone in the back of the car for a few minutes, and they went through with it. Noah recorded the act on his phone, yelling, "Can y'all hear me? She's sucking D in the back of a state trooper right now," the report said. Noah then made a video call. Watkins bragged, "I just sucked his D in the back of a police car," the report claimed.
Here's bow, 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 bow.
I know. The officer dropped off Watkins before seeing the footage that was recorded on his in-vehicle camera. He went straight back and arrested her. She was released on a $1,000 bond and is scheduled for arraignment December 16th. Noah was arrested on several charges, including indecent exposure. He is free on bond until his December 13th arraignment.
Around the corner. All right. Let's see. So, first lady sold the cars for $300. Who in the Florida, this crazy state, would do that and where? I'm gonna say Central Florida.
You gonna say Central Florida for that one?
Yeah.
Okay. It happened in St. Pete. I was going to say it happened in St. Pete. So you are correct. Correct.
Like my hand blurs out. Looks like I have like a stub. Hold on.
Now this is say people who are listening. You can play along. You can go ahead and put your comments in the
lose to me. So
yeah, put your comments in the chat, and if you beat them, I'll let them know.
You beat me, I will find you. I'll kill you. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Erase what I said.
Second story. The lap dance.
The lap dance cost
that called $48,000 lap dance.
I'm gonna say that's. I'm gonna go with North Florida.
I'm gonna go with North Florida for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a lot of
there are a lot of what? I'm sorry.
Trailer parks.
Oh. Yeah. There's a lot of trailer parks here in Florida.
Let's go north then. Let's go north.
Going north. Going north. Go north. You are wrong, and it happened in Citrus County. Just above us. Just above us.
All
right. You're 1 for 1.
All right.
1 for 1.
All right. Last story. The lady who gave some hand back of a police car. Now, what police officer is dumb enough to leave people? Well, first of all, I don't know where to begin. All right, I'm gonna go with South Florida. I'm just gonna go with South Florida.
Well, here's the thing. on this one. I'm going to give it to you because there is actually
Okay.
no location on this one. But it was just such a good story. I had to read it. I had to give the
There's no
story.
location on here
No,
on
there's no
there.
location for the story. It happened. I'm pretty
What?
sure it happened in South Florida, but there's no location listed anywhere for
All
the
right.
story at all. So I'm
Fair
going to
enough.
give it to you. But it was too good not to say. I had to read it. I had to see what you were going to come up with. It was just too good not to go. Not at least try.
I might have to go build them out. I'm kidding.
Oh wait,
Uh,
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. What part of Florida did you say?
Nothing.
No, no, no. What part of
Nah, I
Florida
said
did you say?
south. I said south.
Yeah, south. All right.
Central is north.
Happen. Nope. Cape Coral. Cape Coral,
That's south,
Florida.
right? That's right.
I believe it is.
Cape
I'm
Coral,
pretty
isn't that
sure
where
it's
they shoot the rockets, or is that Cape Canaveral?
that's Cape Canaveral. That's north
Oh shit.
or middle. Fort Myers, Florida. It
Okay, yeah, I'm getting it.
is.
It's south.
Yep, that's below I-4. You're good.
All right,
So
two for three.
2 for 1, 2 for 3. You
Look at
are.
my hands. My hands are like going like stubby. I look like I look terrible.
All right, you won this one. No one played from the chat, so on this one, you are the winner.
Yes, finally, I've won something. I've been losing all week.
All right,
Damn, you ever just
so
have weeks of losing? I've been losing all week, and everything I've done. My fantasy team, my real team, my you know
I don't know
Call
because
of Duty
Michigan is.
team.
I don't know though because Michigan
Oh
is up
yes,
for the playoffs.
yes.
So
I'm glad you said that. Congratulations to my boys up north, the Michigan Wolverines. We should be ranked number one, to be honest. Everybody knows that, but doesn't matter because it's about the playoffs. Made the playoffs, beat Ohio State. Number two, we're gonna smack Georgia. Man, we about to smack. We about to Georgia. Man, we about to get them the boot. Smack Georgia, and then it doesn't even matter who. I hope we play Cincinnati. Honestly, like I'm so sick of seeing Alabama in the national championship.
well, Clemson and well, my team we didn't.
Oh, you guys are
We're
still
new.
playing?
We had a bowl game, but we still rebuilding. It's a
It's a
rebuild
rebuilding
year,
season.
you know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
a rebuilding
rebuilding
year.
season.
It happens. It
I
happens.
mean, for the last years, all the players went to the pros. So I mean, we didn't have anybody else, so we
Very
had
true.
to rebuild.
Very true. All
So,
right. Well, Clemson. Hopefully, you guys figure out to
oh
get a
no,
couple more
they'll
wins
do it.
next year.
And our defensive coach, Variables, just took a coach. This took the head coaching job for Oklahoma University for OU. So
Okay. Well, next year might be
that's
a
gonna
rebuilding
be.
year too. So
Yeah,
be
it might
prepared for
be.
that.
It might
Be
be.
prepared
Yeah,
for that.
it might
Might
be.
be a rebuild a decade. That happens. Oh, congrats to the
Oh man.
Lions for getting that first win ever in this
Oh
season.
yeah, yeah. No, that was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was.
He was. Minshew was very excited. Very excited.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of when I used to run track, and this is like middle school or grade school, and he'd be like, maybe a couple mile run. It wasn't my race, but they'd run it, people be in the stand, and then like everybody would finish, and it would be like that one person would be like this behind everybody, and everybody
Yeah.
just stands up and claps like, "Yay!" They barely made it. That's the Lions right now. They're so bad. You just happy they
Yeah.
finished.
I mean, they almost beat the Steelers. So I mean, I'm putting that out. They almost beat the Steelers.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I mean, but
110-1.
yeah, yeah. Let's see. Do I have anything else? Nope. I think I'm good. Oh wait, no. I'm
Alright.
sorry. No, I do have one more thing. This is another shout out to Vibes Vibe Smoke Shop.
Oh yeah.
Number one, make sure you go visit them. They are, as I said before, that's a shop I go to get all my needs handled, all my accessories handled. So they have good deals, good specials, and a great selection. So go check them out. Ask for Tyler. Let him know that you saw us on the weekly review with Sean and Serak. Do you have anything else?
I'm good. I just hope everybody has a great week, great weekend. Weather's getting Florida weather is getting to that perfect why we moved here type of weather. So yeah, man, you guys bless up, have fun, enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you guys pretty soon here.
Yeah, happy holidays. And sorry, with that said, happy holidays. And this has been the weekly review of Sean's Rock. I am Sean Kenny Torres in here. Of course,
It's Rock. Peace.
Hey everyone, this is Sean the King of Tories.
And it's your boy Serak the Mike.
We just want to remind you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us.
Please subscribe, like, share. But if you don't like, obviously don't do any of that stuff because we don't want no fakes out there. Just kidding.
Let us know why you don't